from the bottom of the pyramid. We wanted a majority in parliament to help us push that agenda. Okay? Where I differed with William Ruto is when we abandoned our agenda, our manifesto. And he started pursuing personal agenda. The housing levy was not part of our agenda of forcing people to pay taxes to build houses.
All right.
You know?
I want us to come back and we will go step by step and talk about the affordable housing levy for just a moment. Yes. And you talk about seeking to have a majority in the House to push government's agenda.
Yes.
That's all well and good. The Speaker of the Senate and the Speaker of the National Assembly, their role is not to push government agenda. Their role is to be arbiters.
Their work was to be good arbiters,
right,
to regulate debate, and to protect the independence of the institution.
How would they do that if they were former party members and if they got those positions as part of an agreement for bringing votes to this administration? How would they be neutral?
It behoves upon a speaker when he assumes that position. Justin Bidan Muturi was nominated by TNA to be speaker in 2013 and Jubilee in 2017. But that man had an impeccable record. You never saw him in a public rally doing empowerment and singing praise and worship to President Uhuru Kenyatta. Justin Muturi regulated debate and allowed everybody to speak. I'm sorry, Speaker Wetangula has become a youth winger for President Ruto. He attends empowerment meetings. He goes to sing praises to William Ruto in public meetings. Tell me a single day you saw Justin Muturi in a public rally supporting Uhuru Kenyatta or campaigning for him. What dignity spells out is that once you get the position of speaker, because you must come from somewhere, you can't come from the moon, you can't come from the air, you must come from somewhere. So when a political party nominates you and you are elected as speaker, once you have assumed that position as the Speaker of the National Assembly and the Senate, you now rise above, partisan politics and become the arbiter of that house, unregulated, undignified. I have seen Wetangula allowing me to be discussed in Parliament without somebody moving a substantive motion. And in Parliament you cannot discuss an individual unless you move a substantive motion. In that Parliament, Wetangula does not allow members who don't support William Ruto to speak. He is very selective. In fact, he has really eroded the dignity of the National Assembly. From 1963, we are the lowest in terms of the speaker. I have seen him in public rallies singing praise and worship to William Ruto. I have seen him doing harambes for women and youth. That is the problem, that the two speakers have refused to rise above partisan politics and play their role as speakers of those institutions.
Kenyans have interpreted the war between the executive and both houses of parliament